So here we are, nearly Christmas 2022. Now I know this is supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year, but let's be honest, that's not the case for everyone. This time of year can bring its own stresses, whether that be trying to make sure you got all the presents that you said you were going to get, made a list, checked it twice, all that stuff. And then there's some logistics, so you might have to not be able to gather in one location, so there might be multiple locations. Might be your house, wherever that resides, for breakfast, and then you have to go to someone else's for lunch and someone else's for dinner, depending on how extended your family is nowadays. And with that, it has its own challenges. So there'll be timings, making sure that if you're providing the location and you're putting on food, you've set a time and making sure that everything's ready on that time. And then people might be worried that they're not going to get there on time because they're in traffic. So this time of the year requires, in some situations, a little bit of flexibility, be a little bit adaptive, respond rather than react, because we're all just trying to it's not about the presents or all the logistics. It's about spending time with each other. And I know that there's some people that you're glad you only see once a year for whatever reason. And so maybe this year you can take that opportunity to make it as pleasant as possible. Don't overdo it. You don't have to be unauthentic. Just in the spirit of the day, maybe just let a few things slide. Not giving them permission, because they might not have the same outlook. And that's fine too. And also remember that, or just be aware that things happen in the 12-month period. We lose people to the other side, and this might be a time that we remember them because this was the only time that we got to see them, and this year they're not going to have a seat at the table. And you can honour that in any way that you want. It's entirely up to you. Just have that awareness that as much as I said, or I sung, unfortunately, that this is supposed to be a joyous occasion, it does tend to bring some stresses with it. So be patient, be agile, and just enjoy the day. It's up to you. You can't always control things around you. The one thing that I try to emphasize to people is you control you. It's the one thing you can control. You can control your thoughts, you can control how you respond to something, whether you respond rather than react. It's one of those things that you do have the capability to control. As I said, there's lots of things. We talked about logistics before. We can't control the weather. You might have anticipated sitting outside, having an outdoor Christmas lunch, and the weather might change. So you need to have the capability or the the option to do such a thing, to like move it. Yes, it's not going to be exactly how you planned it, but if you're adaptable to be able to respond to that, it can be not necessarily how you planned it, but how you responded to it. Anyway, I must continue on my walk here in nature. Enjoy this festive time of year. Enjoy the people around you, and take care of yourself.